So a lot of trainers out there will lie and tell you that losing fat is easy, but I'm gonna keep it 100. I'm gonna keep it real with you. Losing fat is hard, guys. It's not easy. If it was easy, 1 in 3 Americans wouldn't be overweight. The United States wouldn't be dealing with this obesity epidemic. But in this video, what I'm gonna do is show you some simple hacks to lose fat faster. Now, before we dive in, hit that subscribe button so you don't miss any future videos. Let's get to the action. All right, channels, this video is gonna be rapid fire, so let's get into it. Number 1, get into a deeper calorie deficit. Now guys, by far, when it comes to losing weight, when it comes to dropping body fat, when it comes to losing belly fat, because guys hit me up all the time about wanting to lose belly fat, you have to eat less than what's required for you to maintain your current weight. And that's everybody. It doesn't matter how healthy you eat, it doesn't matter how clean you eat. If you overeat on calories, you won't drop body fat. But here's the thing, after you're in a calorie deficit, if you want to drop body fat faster, you have to be in a deeper calorie deficit. So I'm going to give you a simple formula that I tend to use a lot whenever I'm trying to drop more body fat, or let's say I want to help one of my coaching clients drop more body fat. So in general, we're going to use our current body weight times 12 or 13, okay? Times 12 or 13. That's gonna give us a daily calorie intake, okay? And so let's just say hypothetically that calorie intake is 1,800, right? Now that's gonna be a more moderate approach to dropping body fat, that calorie intake. You're gonna drop body fat, but it's gonna be a little bit slower. But if you wanna drop body fat more aggressively, we're gonna multiply our current body weight times 9 or 10. This is gonna put us in more of a deeper calorie deficit, but not so much to where we feel like we're starving or we're hungry all the time. And if you notice that you do the math on this and you find your calorie intake to be a certain amount and you are really hungry throughout the day, you want to multiply your current body weight times a higher number than 9 or 10. You know, you can multiply it times, 11 or 12. You just don't want to be in a position where you're feeling like you're starving, all right? And so after we get that part of it nailed down, now we're eating less food. Now we're still in a deficit, but we're in a deeper deficit, guys. So we're just eating much less. Now, of course, we still got to dial in our macros. We don't have to be so spot on with the macros like the carbs and the fats and the proteins, but just for losing body fat and dropping fat in general, focus on the calorie intake, but also focus on the daily protein intake. And so when it comes to protein, you want to be eating anywhere between 0.8 times your current weight up to 1.2 times your current body weight. And if you want to make it even simpler, guys, just use the daily calorie intake that you get after doing the math, and 40% of that daily calorie intake should be protein. And then the other 60% you allocate to your fats and your carbs. Number 2, eating foods that have a higher thermic effect, which basically means when we eat these foods, it's going to require our body more energy to burn those foods. And so we're gonna burn more calories. And so these are gonna be foods like chicken, fish, any protein in general. And then you have foods that are very dense in nutrients. And so instead of eating white bread, eat Ezekiel bread. Instead of eating white rice, eat brown rice. These foods have more nutrients in it. And so it takes our body more energy to burn through those foods and also extract the nutrients from those foods. And so that way, when we eat foods like that, we raise our metabolism and we're also burning more body fat. Number 3, this is for all my guys out there. Don't skip leg day. And I'm not playing about that. Don't skip leg day, guys. I was talking to my pops the other day, and at the time of me making this video, summertime is coming up, and he's like, yo, son, I'm just about to get my arms right, I'm about to get my chest right, I ain't gonna touch these legs. And I'm like, yo, that's the wrong thing to do. You wanna hit legs. Hitting them legs is what's gonna help you boost your metabolism, gonna help you boost your testosterone level. And so you can burn even more body fat. And not only that, guys, back in the days when I was doing bodybuilding, you see a couple of my trophies back here, because your boy won a couple of trophies back in the days. And I found myself, after certain days of the week of working out, I found myself waking up the next morning even more lean and cut leading up to my competition. And I got to thinking, I'm like, man, what did I do the day before? I'm a thinker, guys. And so I'm thinking like, okay, what did I do before that cause me to get even more lean? Like, did I eat a certain food? Did I do something? Did I take a certain supplement? What was it? I just didn't know. But then I got to thinking, I was like, man, I just had a leg day. And, I kind of paid attention to it over the next couple of weeks. I was like, dang, every time I hit legs, my body tends to get a little bit leaner. I start to see a little bit more subtle changes. I'm getting more defined, more cut. I'm like, man, I need to be hitting legs at least 2 times a week. And from that day on, guys, I always prioritize legs. Like, your boy's legs look better at 32 than back when I was in high school and college playing football. My calves y'all, look, I'm a black guy now, and so a lot of black guys don't have the nicest of legs. We don't have those thick, really big calves. Most of us don't. We have them little skinny twig legs. Back when I was a little kid, I had them little skinny ass twig legs. But now your boy legs look real good. And I'm like, okay, it all came from me being consistent with hitting legs 2 times a week, hitting them calf raises, hitting them squats, hitting them leg presses, doing some lunges. I'm telling you guys, you gotta do it because it's gonna give you more energy. You're gonna feel better. You're gonna have more, just more gusto, man. You just go feel good from hitting them legs, man. And so that's something else that's gonna help you burn more body fat. Number 4, do more full body workouts throughout the week. Now, this is specifically for anybody who's doing a 3-day workout split or a 4-day workout split. If you're working out 3 days a week, let's say you're doing Monday, Wednesday, Friday, or Tuesday, Thursday, Saturday, you need to be hitting full body. I'm talking about chest, back, shoulders, quads, calf muscles, and abs. We hit our key muscle groups, and so that way we can burn more body fat. And while we're building muscle, guys, like, it's not just about losing fat, it's about maintaining that muscle as we're dropping body fat, okay? Now, if you're doing 4 days a week, then what you could do is kind of like a upper body 2 days, and then you could do full body the other 2 days, or you could do like arms, shoulders, and legs on those full body days, okay? And so that's kind of like the workout splits that I would do if I'm doing the full body days and the upper body days, all right? And by doing this, by having more full body days, we're burning more calories. We're working more of our body more frequently throughout the week, and that way we can burn more body fat. And number 5, increase your intensity or your time doing your cardio. So here's what I mean. A lot of guys think that the only way to burn more body fat or to lose more weight is they have to put in more time in the gym. They have to do more running on the treadmill or walking on the treadmill or hooping with the boys on the basketball court. But here's the thing, if you like your boy Jay Jackson, I don't like being in the gym all the time. I think I kind of burnt myself out with being in the gym for 2-3 hours back during my bodybuilding days, where I'd be on the Stairmaster for like a full hour. Like, it was crazy. But nowadays, I pay with effort. And so instead of putting a whole lot of time into doing, walking on the treadmill for like an hour or doing an hour on the Stairmaster, I'll put in more effort on the treadmill by either doing interval training, where I'll sprint for 1 minute and then walk it out at a brisk pace for, let's say, 1.5 minutes or 2 minutes, and I'll do that for 20 to 25 minutes, or I'll jog on an incline for 30 minutes or 25 minutes instead of walking for 45 to 60 minutes. You see what I mean? And then there's other ways you can increase the intensity. Like, you can increase the intensity on the treadmill by simply walking on an incline instead of walking on a flat surface. These are just different ways to increase intensity. You can do it with speed, you can do it with effort. Of course, if you walking uphill, it's gonna be a little bit more intense than walking on a flat surface. And so with that said, you just gotta make that decision. You just gotta know yourself. You gotta know your schedule too. Even if you have that time to be able to do more time. But if you don't, you already know you gotta pay with that effort, baby. And so you can't be scared of putting in a little bit more effort. So with that said, guys, these are the different ways and different hacks to being able to shred body fat faster and get it off ASAP. All right, champs, with that said, if you found the video helpful, be sure to hit that like button and then comment anything that you want to share below. If you want to add to the video, if you want to add anything, or if you just want me to clarify something else down in the comments. And then finally, subscribe to the channel and so you don't miss any future videos. All right, we out. Let's get to the action.